YouTube. What's up, guys? It's your boy Flawless W, and today I'm back at it again with another video. You know, even on that daily upgrade grind, it's gonna be extremely tough for me going to work. But you know, I'm gonna try my best to stay consistent all year round. If not daily upload, if not every other day, but I'm gonna try my best to remain consistent for you guys. As you can see here, guys, we're back today with another video, and if you couldn't tell by the title, I'm bringing you another build. So I like to be very versatile this year. This year allows you to just be completely versatile in what you want to do, and I think I have found or came across a very different center build. And when I say center, a lot of people are like, oh, Flawless, do you mean like a 7-foot center? This time I'm actually talking about a 6'7" center, but the difference is with this center, he can actually ISO and combo up, and he's not a guard, and you're gonna see why. So without further ado, before we get into the video, guys, if you guys don't mind, if you guys are liking and enjoying this content, please slap a like, comment, and subscribe to this video right now for all the beautiful ladies out there. You know what I'm saying? Oh, but without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and jump into the video. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna quit. We're gonna go into that my career, that builder. You know, this builder has been very challenging, very fun. It's extremely different. It really makes you think about what you want to sacrifice to this build. But the good thing about this build, you're not really sacrificing a lot, and that's something that I rarely come across, because most people are sacrificing their, you know, their stamina or their vert. But this build is an all-around build, guys. So let me just kind of jump into it. So as you can see here, that's my boy Flawless. Beard looking clean, fade looking elite. We're gonna start off with the position, and we're gonna go into power forward. And you can go left or right-handed. I think I might go left-handed, man. I think I'm a absolute demon on the left-hand shooters. I don't know, a little James Harden build, you know what I'm saying? But this build is definitely an ISO center, guys. You guys can literally ISO dribble, shoot, dunk, and definitely defend with this build. So for the number, you could put whatever you want. And let me go ahead, and also before I jump into this video, guys, I want to give a huge shout out. I got this video idea from Hollywood, and he got it from Nut. I will be linking both of their descriptions down in the description box, or both of their channels down in the description box, because this build is an absolute demon, and I would have not have came across it if it wasn't for both of their videos. And honestly, being able to ISO on a center and just actually score and be effective is actually something that I've never been able to come across. So it's really cool being able to come across this now, and I'm definitely super excited. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go 6'7", and then for the weight, we're gonna go 235. The reason why we're gonna go 235 is that we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna be at an 82 speed. Boosted is gonna be at an 86, so you can't really complain about that. Being at center, being that versatile, and you're just gonna see how versatile you are in this build and how fast you are. So instead of going 7'2" wingspan, right? Because we could. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go with a. You guys can choose to go 7'2". You guys would gain 2 more points in midi, but you guys would also drop about 4 from when you could actually get. And while 7'2" wingspan is nice, I went 6'11" on this build because you get a 95 midi and a 93, and that boosted with jump shot boost is about a 94, give or take. So 94.3 with decent shooting badges, you most likely be able to green it very consistently on this build. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna jump into our attributes and see how we're gonna fill this build out. So we're gonna go ahead and max our driving layup. This will allow us to finish in contact better, get better animations, and then we're gonna go and put that at a 92. Our driving dunk, we're gonna go ahead and max it out at a 94. The reason why, it gives us 2 ticks. If you go down, you already start to lose some. So we're gonna go ahead and you're gonna max your standing dunk. So just in itself right there, guys, we get 11 finishing badges. And I'll show you guys what badges I would definitely recommend on this build, because you don't want to just put any badges. You want to put badges who are actually going to boost your percentage to either get a lot of contact dunks, which is the main theme this year. For shooting, we're going to go ahead and we're going to go with a 95 in shooting, guys. We're going to go and max out our midi. We're going to go ahead and max out our 3-pointer, and then we're going to put our 4 points into free throw to get that 1 extra badge upgrade. So we're going to be a free throw at 29. We're going to go ahead and we're going to max out speed with ball at 82, max out our ball handle at 84. This will let you do the curvy slide, and at 97 you can do the behind the back momentum. So imagine that. Imagine being a center who can momentum, curvy slide, and basically almost speed boost. Then we're going to go ahead and we're going to max, not completely max up, but we're going to put up our pass accuracy to about 72. The reason why 72 is because anything floor gives you 19. This will go ahead and give us 20 playmaking badges. So do you realize that what 20 playmaking badges could do to a center with an 84 ball handle and an 82 speed with ball? And you guys are gonna see why this is primarily a center build. And the reason why people are like, oh, flawless. Well, that's not really a center. He's 6'7". What you guys gotta understand is that the metas are changing. I have a 6'11" center. I love using him. But to play comp players and to win consistently, you have to be versatile, because most comp centers run a 6'7" or a 6'8" because they like to be versatile, they like to shoot, and they still rebound really good. And let me show you why this is a great build. You're gonna go ahead and max out. So we get an 89 interior on this build. Can you believe that? An 89. So what that can do is that you put your hands up and you jump with the vert that we're gonna get, and you're most likely gonna get stops. And one of the most versatile things about this build is look at the perimeter defense you get on this build. You get a 95, and that gets clamps on Hall of Fame. So you can also switch onto guards and literally lock them up. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna leave steal at 25. The reason why, I have not seen that many like good rip animations this year. We get a lot of fouls. You rarely get on ball steals this year. So we're gonna leave that empty, right? We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna max out our block, and then we're gonna go all the way up in defensive. We're really gonna sacrifice offensive rebound because we're really not going for offensive boards. You know, as long as you can box out and get those boards on the defensive end, I think that's all that really matters. But this is what I like about this build, because you're not sacrificing your physicals, right? So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get an 82 speed, which is actually gonna be an 86 because of Gatorade. Acceleration, we're gonna get a 79 acceleration, but it's actually gonna be an 83 because of Gatorade. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna be at a 90 strength, not all the way up because we want to put up our vert. That's gonna be a 94 with Gatorade, and then our vert is gonna be a 89, and that's gonna be a 93 with Gatorade, and then our stamina is gonna be max, and it's gonna be a 99. So we're gonna have a ton of energy, especially on this build. You want a lot of stamina because once you dribble, it chugs, absolutely chugs away your stamina bar. So once you take about 4 or 5 dribbles with this build, and if you don't have Gatorade and you're not a high overall, you're gonna be literally gasping for air, and it's gonna be bad. But as you can see here, guys, we get 11 finishing, 14 shooting, 20 playmaking, and 23. And this is what I love about this build, the fact that it can still defend and not get babied by big centers, because it has a 90 strength. Like, imagine that. Imagine having a 90 strength but still being at an 82 speed and still being able to dribble and shoot and finish. Like, look at these. And you still get all the contact dunks. So that's insane. The only thing that you don't get is the big man contact dunks, but which is fine because you still get all the crazy guard and small forward contact dunks. So you can't really complain about that. You get some big man dunks, if I'm not mistaken, as well. And I will be dropping a animations video soon as well. And I actually do have some gameplay at the end of this video. I just started on this build. I'm gonna move over to PS5. I'm gonna be making the same build over there. I'm gonna use some great content on this build. We're gonna go ahead and dive into the takeovers that I would choose on this build. Usually I would go with a defensive takeover, but this is more of a offensive build because this build already has great defensive settings. So I'm gonna go ahead because this can go ahead and catch some really nasty contact dunks. I'm gonna go with finishing moves as the first takeover because you can get some nasty dunks on this build. And for the second one, I'm gonna go with limitless range because this is gonna be used as an offensive juggernaut. This year's 2K is heavily offensive based. And yeah, you could go with defensive badges, but I feel like I already have very high defensive stats, so it really wouldn't benefit me as much. But you guys can change it up, you know, that's the beauty in this game. And when you guys max out all your badges, you guys get to actually change your takeovers, which I think is extremely nice. So I would go with limitless range. That's just my opinion. You guys can move it and kind of like change it around however you guys would like. This is just my personal opinion, you know. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go into the my player builder, and we're gonna say yes, this build is complete. So let's see what this player comes out like, right? A two-way scoring machine. Look, Tatum, Williams, and John Collins, bro. We got Zion and Tatum. That's a beautiful build, right? So we're gonna go ahead and test the build, and I'm just gonna show you guys the badges that I would put on this build, essentially, right? So because we only get 11 upgrades, you got to be very like meticulous. You want to make sure you have posterizer because contact dunks are extremely crazy this year. You want to make sure that you get a fearless finisher on at least on silver or gold. Right here we're stuck with 4 upgrades left, right? And this is how you can really do this, right? You can do either Giant Slayer if you want to finish layups after, over taller players. You can go with Heat Seeker, which gives additional takeover boost on inside shots. The moment that you catch a dunk, this is gonna get you your takeover extremely fast. It's like Hot Start with shooting, but it's more or less for finishing. You guys can put this on gold. I like this on gold personally, and then you guys could put Pro Touch on silver because it matters for layups. You're not really going for layups much, but it's nice. And then you guys could definitely go with Slithery Finisher as well. But this is just my layout, and I like this a lot because Fearless allows you to finish contact layups, and Heat Seeker gives you a lot of crazy boost once you actually get some nice dunks going. So this is my layout for finishing. And now for shooting, right? We're gonna go with Green Machine. We're gonna green up. We're gonna go with deep, Deadeye. We're gonna go with deep threes. So right now we have 2 upgrades left, right? And this is how you can, because you're gonna be catching and shooting, but not often. So I think you can be perfectly fine without having it. And then so the last 2 you can kind of pick them both ways. I like to take difficult shots so you can lean and take nice middies on this build because you're gonna be able to get by going to the middle. So you can do anything from difficult shots on silver. You can go with fade ace if you want to just drag across and just literally fade the whole time, which is extremely like great this year to have. Or you can go with something like catch and shoot. But honestly, this is the badge that you definitely want to have this year, guys. If you don't plan on shooting that crazy, you can put deep threes on bronze and get Hot Start Hall of Fame. Because once you green a couple shots, you literally just go absolutely insane and get your takeover really fast. But that's the beauty about this year as well, guys. Once you guys max you guys' badges, you guys can switch them up at any time and any point in the game. So once again, feel free to, and also feel free to comment down below what badges you guys like on your plays. I'm very curious to see where, to pick other people's brains and see what brains, see what they like to choose. And this is the beauty about this build. You get 20 upgrades on a center. 20 upgrades, right? So we're gonna go ahead, right? And the first and the most important thing about this build, we get quick first step on Hall of Fame. And imagine that, right? Imagine literally just once you catch the ball, the first step on Hall of Fame on a center. And with this game, the contact distance that you can get, it's absolutely insane. And then you can go ahead and kind of mix it up. So you can go with downhill if you guys would like. I like tight handles. And then where's the other one? It is handles for days. And you can go with unpluggable because you don't want to get spammed that much. You go unpluggable on server, and we still got 10, right? So you can go ahead and go with stop and go if you guys would like, because this is going to be able to allow you to stop and then just go with the quick first step and just blow right by people, and it's going to be absolutely insane. Downhill is really cool, really key when you get a board and you just literally just shoot and you just rim run across the floor, and that's absolutely key. And then you still get 2 left, so you guys can mix around these badges however you like. You guys can go with Dimer, you guys can go with Needle Threader. Personally, Bailout is really good this year because the way that you throw the ball away this year is yikes. And if you guys want to, you guys can go with a silver ankle breaker and get some nice ankle breakers on this build, and that's absolutely insane. And then for my favorite part about this build, look at all these defensive badges. And since we're a center, we're gonna want to put Brick Wall, get that on Hall of Fame, Intimidator, Rebound Chaser. We're gonna go ahead and go with Rim Protector. Make sure that we contact, and make sure that we give all those centers going down their contact, so they don't finish easily on us, because we have a 90 strength, so it works out perfectly fine for us. And then we're gonna go ahead and go with Pogo Stick on silver. We still got 6 upgrades left, so you guys can go with either Heart Crusher. Since we're 6'7", we want to make sure that we box out really good, so you can go with box on gold. Interceptor, you don't really get it because we sacrifice steel, and that ties into interceptor, so we don't get it. Because you do have about a 95 lat, you can go with clamps on a Hall of Fame. So look at that, we can guard guards with no problem, and we can contest a big man on this build, and that in itself is absolutely insane. And I just messed up on the badges, and that's nice, but that's okay, guys. But that's it for the video, guys. This is what I think is one of the best ISO center builds. You will see a ton of gameplay on this build. I'm so excited to play on this build, and I just want to thank you guys for all the support, guys. We're about to hit 4K subs, and I could not be any more grateful for that. So I appreciate it. It's been your boy Flawless W. I hope you guys have a great start to your Monday, and I'm out. Peace.